Oh, hello there, Carrot.
Hello, John.
Where are the others?
They are coming, John.
Ah, there you are, my friends.
Hello, John.
Well, now that you're all here, I've written a new song for you, my friends.
Oh, good, John. Let us hear the song, John. Yes, let us hear the song, John.
Oh, okay, my friends, here it goes. Who's got a little orange friend, delicious orange friend? Let's see. Who's got a green and leafy friend, a quite nutritious friend? That's me. Everywhere I look, I see another yummy friend or three. How did I get so lucky to have so many vegetable friends? My friends, my friends, my friends, my friends. These are my friends, my friends, my friends. Who's got a cauliflower pal, a nice and crunchy pal? Well, gee. Who's got a corny cobby pal, covered in butter pal? That's me. I don't know what I would do without my special veggie crew. If only everybody knew how much I love my vegetable friends. My friends, my friends. Come on now, my friends, my friends. All the vegetables gather round. My friends, my friends. I love you all, my friends, my friends.
What are you doing in here, John?
Oh, hello, Cindy. I'm singing to my vegetables.
Don't do that.
Can you explain this? Can you please just, like, explain any of this?
Rest in peace, John McCain.
That's what he's gonna be known for in, like, 50 years, you know?
As soon as John McCain passed away, I thought of this old web animation, John McCain and his vegetable friends, and I felt that, you know, I should share it. You know, the viewing public of Underhaven should know.
Your friends.
Appreciate that cartoon. Yeah, I mean... Well, aren't you glad? Aren't you glad that you saw it? And then Digby reminded me of it when he appeared on.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah, because of course Digby knew about that web animation.
Yeah.
The corn was the most disturbing by far.
Oh yeah. It was awesome.
Actually, to me, like, what was it? A banana or some shit? Like the
no,
like...
they're all vegetables. The banana's a fruit.
Yeah, fuck. What was that? Like a paprika or what?
No, it was like a squash or something like that.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Like the saxophone player, I was like, holy shit, that's trippy. Yeah. Kind of sucks that YouTube is punishing a lot of animation channels. You know, they just kind of fuck them over because YouTube is a game now about uploading very frequently and having as much watch time as possible. You can't do that anymore if you have like an animation direction for your channel.
You know, I've heard that for the longest time, for like the last 2 years or so. But I've heard that recently, like YouTube's changed around their algorithm so that the more evergreen content is actually being more rewarded. Like, you know, documentaries type videos and perhaps animation. I haven't particularly seen much more of the animation side of things, but I've seen a lot of documentaries. I watch them, and a lot of them are pretty interesting. So I think that's where a lot of the direction. Well, it depends on what the topics are.
Right. And I know that a lot of the prominent animators have stopped being as verbal about those complaints. So maybe something happened.
Maybe. Hopefully. I love animation, so I wish it the best.
So let's watch this fat lady have a freak out.
Oh yeah. So she's upset.
Yeah, she wants more cheese.
Yeah, there's no cheese here. No cheese.
Like, I'm nowhere near her, but I can definitely feel her body heat through the internet.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I can smell her from here.
Right, exactly.
The person filming this, though, is no G, as you'll see in a few seconds.
He's like in a hazmat gear or some shit.
me the feedback. 20 minutes.
Is that all for you?
They're not gonna take it back now that you fucking stuck your hand in it.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it's 20 minutes and she paid for that. What do you take?
It's fucking, yeah. Oh no, get away. More cheese. More cheese. That's pretty funny. Who the fuck does that? Oh no, get out of here. She's gonna get me.
Oh my god.
Give her more cheese.
And that's the
Give her
end.
More cheese. Yeah, that's how it ends. Yeah. Short but sweet.
I love it. More videos should be like this.
Yeah. I just gets right to the point, you know?
Yeah.
No bullshit. No Vaughn Helton fucking opening. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I guess we could get it. We could get to it now, though.
Oh god, yeah, that's one of our best videos lined up. So let's.
Yeah, I mean, like you said the magic word, so why not?
Yeah. Oh,
Do you
god.
think she took that order and then peeled the cheese off before she went back up?
Oh my.
I
Yeah.
feel like she peeled it off, and then
Yeah.
you would think she would like eat it, but no, I think she snorted it.
No. Yeah. Oh Jesus fuck.
Mmm, heavily processed cheese, my favorite.
I bet she's related to, you know, a certain man.
Alright.
Maybe.
Folks.
Perhaps.
Oh, and then before we jump into it, I'm gonna turn the audio up a bit. So, you did some editing on this, Animancer. Do you want to get into why?
Yeah. Okay. So for the most part, the video is sped up by 1.3 times speed because he just talks so fucking slow that I need to speed him up so that it can just be tolerable. But there are some parts of this video that literally go on forever, so I have to speed it up ×4. And you'll notice when it transitions to that. I think when he talks, I switch it back to the like only slightly sped up speed. But yeah, I'll explain as it goes on, like why I sped up a certain part and why I didn't. But it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Alrighty, folks. As you can see, we have a big ass box here, and we're gonna do an unboxing.
Yeah.
I got my cape.
He's wearing a fucking cape.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's wearing a cape, a Doctor Strange cape. That's what Doctor Strange wears in the new movie. He bought it off Amazon, and
Dude,
now he thinks he's a wizard.
I've recently been playing Manhunt, and he reminds me of one of the gangs now that he's got the pentagram suit all.
Really?
He reminds me of like the Innocents. It's a gang of like Latino thugs and Satanists. So I'm like, okay,
That's right.
rock on, Vaughn. You're part of the Innocents.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
In my head canon.
As you can tell, I got my cape, and I literally got done. Here, let me bring this up.
Maybe
How
get
out
this
of shape he is.
Maybe get all of this set up before you do the video.
I literally got done with my live show on Facebook.
Oh my god, let me just soak all of this in. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah. Look at this dude.
I like all the books in the background. It's like alphabetical. Like, yeah, that's respectable.
yeah.
But then, you have a man in his like what 50s or 60s in like a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
And then that's when the cape arrived, and that's when my friend arrived, and so.
No. Vaughn's well read. He's well dressed. Come on, let's be honest. Like, there's no gentleman like Vaughn Helton left in the world. Let's be honest.
Here's the
Look
thing
at
too. Like, if you're gonna rock the cape look, which you can't do because you're Vaughn Helton, but even if you were gonna attempt that, like, don't fucking mix it with like tucked in fucking dad jeans.
Oh yeah, that show off his fucking gut like as much as physically possible. Yeah.
What can I say, people? You know. But anyway, like I said in my live show on Facebook, capes these days are just ceremonial. I'm not gonna go running around.
I feel like they're more novelty, but yeah.
Town with it, especially down here in the middle of Southern Baptist territory, right? That would be kind of stupid on my part. So it's all ceremonial, but the thing of it is that it's not evil, okay? It's not fucking evil, okay? Stop listening to fucking Keane.
Who said capes were evil?
Yeah.
Maybe they're like a typical like. Yeah, like usually like fucking villains in like medieval movies or something have capes, but I mean, okay,
James,
fine.
okay, King James actually added a phrase in the Bible called "suffer not a witch to live." But if I understand correctly, the original Greek and Hebrew didn't even have that in it. It wasn't even in the original Greek and Hebrew Bible.
Exposed.
King James literally added that in there to kill pagans.
Damn.
Sucks to be us. And he's sure wasting.
Yeah.
Who the fuck has wronged you for being a pagan?
Who's going after pagans? Like, honestly, like, not. I mean, these days at least, you know.
Right.
Yeah, of course. From like a historical context, it's like, yeah,
Sure.
you know, they were kind of like handed a rough branch or whatever, but
Yeah.
nowadays,
there's barely any left. Only
yeah, like,
suckers like Vaughn Helton.
nobody gives a shit. Like, if anything, if you lack any religion at all, that's like, you know, when people start to like kind of look at you. But if you're like a pagan, they're like, oh, that's kind of maybe he's like a new age kind of person or some shit. People are way more open to that.
Yeah, Vaughn Helton strikes me as that type of individual.
You
I
don't
mean, when
say.
you can order your religious garb off of Amazon, I mean, you're not being persecuted.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Dude,
point.
it wasn't like the argument he made in the previous video of his we played. You know, this is legitimate because it cost me a lot of money. I think that was the argument he put forth. Like, all of the shit I buy on Amazon, like the scrolls and the wand and shit, that's real. That's all legitimate.
I can buy like a $300 bust of Wonder Woman, and that means that she's really gonna be in my room, like sitting there, like the entire time, right?
No time in slaughtering
Right?
the city. Him and the Catholic Church both went out and slaughtered pagans by the millions. But anyways, it's called the Burning Times, folks. Look it up. It's called the Burning Times. Anyways, when the Protestants and the Catholics had a hand in that shit, by the way. But anyways,
he looks like a fucking, he looks like somebody who's like cosplaying as like he looks like a fucking superhero like at age 60.
Yeah, look, he's trying to look heroic.
like I said, we got an unboxing going on here. And we are going to unbox my frame for my totem. And as you can tell, this is one big-ass frame, man. 24 by 36. And it's good size. It's good size.
Please
frame.
get your hand out of my
It's
face.
a good size frame, as you can tell.
Imagine being like the not moving crew, but like the delivery people dropping this package off, and they're like, I don't know what's in it, and then this fucking dude comes out in like a cape and shit.
This is not a slouch, okay? This is not tiny. This is a big box. All right, so I'm gonna put the mic down here, temporary.
This is where I
and
speed up.
obviously open the box. So hang on.
Yeah.
It takes forever. Oh my god.
Top-notch
Fucking
angle.
Yeah, this is a great way to get it out.
Oh my god, the jump cut is not hard to do.
Yeah, I know. No, because he's live streamed this and he didn't edit it or anything.
Oh,
You'll see at the end. I had to edit this.
Right, but I was referring that if he was gonna put this online, jump cut this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. What? This guy.
Right there. Okay. All right. That's it. The unboxing of the frame.
You didn't show us anything. You just opened the box. You didn't unwrap it.
The unboxing of the frame for my totem. And as you can see, it was not a simple unboxing.
That's all,
I
folks.
had to fight with this sucker to get it to work, didn't I? But we got her done.
He was all out of breath.
And so
stuff.
now,
Yeah, he's like exhausted. Like, I need to I need to rest.
That took a lot out of him.
all I gotta do is mount the hardware. That's nothing.
Taking it out
That's
of
a couple of
box.
nails and a piece of wire. I mean, but anyways, it's done. And
But anyway,
so this has been a really challenging.
No, it's not. It's not done. It's still wrapped.
Unboxing, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. And it's all worth it, in my opinion. It's all worth it. I am really, really pleased to get this back on my wall where it belongs.
You don't even know what it looks like. You haven't even shown us.
That's where it belongs.
It could be like a giant middle finger for all you know.
It belongs on my wall. And I am very, very pleased with the product.
the ending is the best
Ringing
part.
endorsement. Okay?
Okay.
Because as you
I
can
had
see,
to
it
also
was
speed
not
that up by
that
4.
difficult. There was some harrowing experiences there for a second, but it's not that bad. We got her done. And it looks great. Everything is good and solid. Like I said, it's not cheap. It's not junk. It's good, solid wood. I thought I was going to a second. Okay,
So
because it said
therefore
on
it
the web.
must be legit.
Yeah, it's
Therefore I'm a real
God,
mage.
he's got like the most, I don't know, unexpected standards for any kind of quality.
Yeah,
like when it comes to witchcraft, like this cost me a lot of money to get, therefore it's legitimate. This thing is made out of wood, therefore I am pleased with my purchase.
The title of this video is like Vaughn Helton becomes Sorcerer Supreme or something like that.
Site that anything over X amount of size, I would have to assemble it myself. Well, I didn't have to, did I? It come already assembled for me, and that saved me a lot right there. That saved me a lot, and it saved a lot on this video. but yeah, it's all done. Looks fucking awesome. And so
yeah, you can't even see it.
Maybe you should show us the fucking awesomeness of it.
I'm starting to think it is a big
as
middle
Larry
finger.
Cable Guy used to say.
Yeah.
I guess he still does. I don't know. Is he still alive? Anyway, but we got her done. We got her handled. Now I got to do is put the mounting hardware on there and put her up on the wall. Now this is a good size.
Okay, so before we went live, we talked a bit about things people do when talking. You know, just kind of fill in dead air.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know, like that kind of shit. I've noticed that Vaughn has one of those himself. Get her done. That's something he said like 5 times throughout this video.
We
got her
say
done.
it a lot.
Gotta get her done.
Painting, so I gotta figure out where the hell I'm gonna put it. But because I'm in a trailer,
Put
I'm
it
not
up
in a
in
house.
the
I'm in a trailer, so you know, don't exactly have a lot of space. So
He's got a
figure out place to
repetitive
put this
speech
sucker.
issue
It's,
too, where he
it's
says
big.
the same thing about 3 times
Yeah,
in
he
order
does.
to get it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's real big.
But
anyway,
I got 2 things about this scene right here. One is he's got garbage bags on the floor, like in the doorway, like not even like pushed off to the side, but like to go through that door, you must walk through trash.
Imagine like 100 years from now, they're like, there was actually a sorcerer named Vaughn Helton, and they have like pictures of his house. You see like garbage bags and fucking McDonald's wrappers on the floor.
He was a Garbancer.
But for me,
and then if anybody wants some free content, you take all of this video, and you cut out everything that doesn't have the box in it, and then you just put Doctor Strange sound clips over top of it. And you will have.
Is he about to give a salute?
I think so.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
This has got to be the thumbnail for this episode. I've decided.
Yeah. Oh my god. I hate that. I hate it. No, I'm laughing, but I hate this. I hate this so much.
Today and better tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
And he
Watch this.
So he
sped up 4 times.
So he waddles around for like 10 minutes, not really doing anything.
Yeah. Wait for the end.
Ow! What the hell was that?
This is Vaughn Helton bending. Look at the food in the background.
Look at the fucking Mountain Dew can. That's something you'd expect him to have.
Look at the pudding.
Right.
The half-eaten pudding in the background.
There's a bunch of filthy napkins. There's dust. There's a fucking teddy bear. There's, I don't know, it kind of looks like a vibrator, and then you have a Mountain Dew can.
Yeah.
And some half-eaten pudding from like 5 weeks ago. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Okay.
What the okay. Vaughn Helton. Vaun Helton. Fuck you, Vaughn Helton.
Please just come on the show. Please.
Yeah, come on our show.
What a fucking legend.
Yeah, I want to see what that painting looks like, Vaughn Helton. What are you holding us out on? Like, seriously. Damn. Show us the painting. And give us the silver play button.
Maybe he thinks we're gonna screen cap the painting, print it on plain like A4 paper, and then sell it for the same price he bought it for or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, then we'll be wizards too. But we'll be counterfeit wizards. We won't have earned it.
The average American worker spends 6 hours a day at their desk. The average gamer spends an additional 7 hours a week at their desk. The average under-desk temperature, a chilly 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet this is what we do with our feet during the hours and hours we spend at our desk. We could continue doing this, but there's a better way to sit at your desk. We call it the foot hammock.
Oh my god, I remember this thing.
Yeah, this was
first
on DP back
the
in the
light
day.
bulb, then the horse and wagon, and now this. Like, okay.
You guys are old school DP fans. You remember this from stupid ads back in the day?
The coldest place on Earth, Antarctic temperatures under your desk.
Yeah.
Comfortable way.
I tried to look at. Pause this just real quick. I tried to look at the website for this recently, and it's broken. I don't think they sell foot hammocks.
Hey, dude, I just noticed something. Look at the fucking screen. Look at that top. Bandicam.com. He's not even playing. They're just playing a like YouTube gameplay clip and just having him pose.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, pretend you're a gamer. Pretend you're a gamer. That's what most people do these days.
Business in a giant fucking font in Word.
God. And with a foot hammock. A little foot hammock. Oh my god. Play footsie with your foot hammock.
I'm a college student and a gamer, so I spend more than my fair share of time sitting at my desk.
Oh
really
god.
more hours than I
How
spend
soulless.
sleeping.
You know this is the guy who made it.
And as I was sitting at my desk, I realized my feet were getting cold, my legs weren't really supported, I wasn't really as comfortable as I wanted to be. As I started looking for better solutions, I tried a bunch of different things. I tried a cardboard box that wasn't very comfortable.
A cardboard box?
Dude. Okay.
That's the most ghetto shit I've heard.
And he's like, my feet are getting cold. It's like, how about you put on those shoes you have right next to you?
Tried my printer, I ended up breaking that. So I got together with my roommate Brent, and we began developing the foot hammock.
The two main problems we wanted to solve were how to support your feet and keep them warm. We wanted a product that would be comfortable, machine
charming
washable,
individuals,
easy.
So this is why you should go in depth for a college education, to invent shit like this.
Yeah, like
to
the
take
foot
off.
hammock.
Yeah.
This is the squatty potty for desks.
We wanted to work on every desk.
It kind of
After
is,
going through
yeah.
the design process, we went
Oh
through
my
50
god,
different
you're
types of
right.
fabrics,
That's
over
such
20
an apt comparison.
different ways to attach it to.
I mean, it's not even that. We had to develop this. It's like, no, first off, you didn't have to do anything. Second of all, this is like a piece of cloth held up by like two fucking things on the side. That's not something you develop. That's something you throw together in like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I noticed there was a comment on this ad where someone mentioned that this type of stuff has been done before. They're not the first ones to think of like a foot hammock type thing.
Desk,
you know what I mean?
Suction cups, double-sided
apparently it didn't
tapes.
work
We
out
finally
for them because now they're
came up
gone,
with-
but their competition remains. I could still get a foot type hammock if I wanted. I probably will get a foot hammock, honestly. Just not.
Dude, we should get them on Underhaven and then like debate the merit of the foot hammock.
The product that we have for you today.
Yeah, if you're watching this, because I know they probably are, because guess what? When the foot hammock was mentioned on DP, they tried to contact Ben and like be like, "Hey, we heard that you mentioned our product on your show. We'll send you a free one, and then you can judge for yourself." So
did they actually?
Yeah, they actually did that. You can still see the DM because they made it all the way back.
Hey, you
in, like,
know this thing that you fucking pissed on your show? Yeah. What if we send you like a free one and you can do like a review of it?
Yeah, that's basically what they said, dude. So if you guys are watching this right now, foot hammock people, I want a foot hammock. I'll review it on the show. I'll tell you. I'll be honest though. I'll be honest.
I'm good. I think I'll just put my feet on my speaker instead.
Well, I want a foot hammock, so come on, cough up the foot hammock, guys.
Little do we know, to this day, Ben's feet are in the hammock right now.
Dude, that looks kind of like dangerous. Like, what if you forget that you have your feet in the foot hammock and you like stand up and you fucking end up tripping and breaking your spine or something?
Or breaking your desk?
Yeah.
Well, no, you'll see. Apparently,
The foot hammock seamlessly sticks to the bottom of any desk using a powerful patented adhesive technology that can hold up to 100 pounds.
That's something you hear a lot. Patented. It's like, oh.
Yeah, patented. Look, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. Watch this.
It's easy to put on, it's easy to take off, and it works under.
Oh my god.
Oh man, if we didn't already make that other thing the thumbnail, then this could have been a good thumbnail too. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Every desk.
Yeah.
Foot hammock can be adjusted to any position desired, whether you want it close to the ground or up and out of the way.
We've created a product that is really amazing and comfortable to use, so let's take a look at our rewards. We've created 3 versions of this product. The first version is the original, and it's made of mesh, which allows you to use the product with your shoes on. You can also use the product with your shoes off.
No, I do not.
That looks so comfortable.
No, it doesn't. It looks awkward. It looks like...
Come on.
First off, I would have to explain this to somebody who, like, visits me. Like, what the fuck is this?
So I challenge you to a moderated debate about the foot hammock.
A moderated debate.
Yeah.
So I just looked on Amazon for foot hammock, and there are hundreds of results.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
Not from this company. So other companies thought, hey, that's good enough.
Yeah,
So
they probably weren't the first to do it. Fuck that. The foot hammock is a bunch of bullshit.
It lets your feet keep cool. The second version is our fleece version. This can be used with your shoes, but it was really made to be used barefoot. It's really comfortable and allows you to keep your feet cozy and very warm. Finally, we have the heated version of the fleece blanket. This allows you to adjust the heat to your desired level.
Yeah, like I don't... Based on the like budget for this video, I don't trust this product at all when it comes to like handling heat. Like if I don't know, if I had this in my home, I would just like, I would not even plug it in once.
There's gonna be once we finish this video, like however far we get into it, I'm gonna give you a twist that's gonna blow your mind.
Damn.
Feet at a 10 out of 10 on the warmness scale.
10 out of 10.
Now's a stretch goal. If we hit $100,000 for all fleece back.
Come on, 100 fucking grand for this thing? Really?
Yeah. I might as well just say it now. Yeah, they got well over 100 grand.
Did they?
For this. 113 grand on a Kickstarter for this.
That's disgusting.
For the foot hammock. Yeah, that's the big twist. They got over 100K for the foot hammock. So, yeah. I don't know about you, but I don't know. I just think that speaks for itself. But I want a foot hammock, so cough it up, foot hammock.
I feel like it speaks for humanity as a whole.
Will provide a free fleece blanket attachment that envelops the heat and keeps your feet extra warm. With your help backing and sharing this project, I know that we can hit this goal. You spend a lot of money making sure your sleeping experience is as comfortable as possible. You spend just about as much time at a desk as you do sleeping, so we think you should invest in your comfort here too. And that's why I invented the foot hammock.
I do?
We appreciate all your support, and thanks for backing.
Okay.
Fuck you. Well,
God is dead.
Yep. 100,000K, everyone. if that's worth 100,000K, then Underhaven must be worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
So this video is called "My live stream got raided by literal Nazis."
I watched a little bit of this video and I still don't fully understand it, but I just wanted to play it anyway to see if maybe you guys can interpret something from it.
Okay. Ah, holy shit, that's loud. Hold on. Okay.
All right.
You guys want to meet a real Nazi? Let me introduce you to one.
What's up, homeboys?
I hate this guy. What? I hate this already. Is this Digibro? Who is this? Like, I don't know who this guy is.
This absolute genius runs a group that goes by the tag GDL. Now, GDL stands for Goyim Defense League, or as I like to call it, the Gay Dicks League.
Come on.
Real clever,
Gay Dicks League. Hey, it's like, oh my god, are you like 13? You fucking, oh my god.
I hate both people. But yeah, from what I observed.
He loves to talk about how the Jews run the world and how we need to name the Jew.
I'll be right here, sitting right here, naming that goddamn Jew.
The fuck? Oh my god!
Like a bad mamma jamma. We're just naming the Jewish crimes against humanity peacefully. Steady naming that Jew.
Is that troll?
I think so, at least. Maybe it's like kind of like a Sam Hyde act, where it's like he kind of believes it, but not really. But you know, it's for the lulz, so whatever.
Yeah. That's most people these days. Everything.
We're just naming the Jew, bro. Where you going? We're gonna go name the Jew, bro. Where you going?
Oddly enough, him and his group of super woke trolls don't like being called a Nazi.
I was just in the chat, Ping Trip or whatever that guy's name is. God, he's irritating. I can't stand doing these chats, man.
They're all a bunch of pussy boys, okay? Pussy boys who sit in there and go, "Oh, the Jews!"
Who's this?
Oh,
I don't even know. Is this the guy making the video or what?
The Jews did it! It was the Jews! It's
Seems like a bitch.
You want to make it all about the goddamn Jews. You're idiots. You're idiots. The sad part is...
Yeah, it's like, they're a bunch of pussies. It's like, I could fucking take you on in a fight. And I'm not even like, I don't even go to the gym. I'm a lazy fuck, and even I could beat your fucking ass. What is this? I'm like, we're 2 minutes into this video, and as somebody who knows nothing about any of this mentioned in the video, I'm just lost. Like, I'm paying attention, right. I'm watching, I'm listening, I'm absorbing information, but still, it doesn't fucking click.
It's going in one ear and out the other for me. Like, it's ridiculous. He doesn't know how to construct a video or criticism in a step-by-step process.
The guy running the video has used quite a few buzzwords, but I'm not sure that they actually communicated anything.
Yeah. I agree. It's just a bunch of virtue signaling so far.
Yeah. You know what? I hope they take a lesson from like old school ponage on YouTube. Like, if you're gonna make a video owning someone, like, do what fucking Captain No Awesome did and like fuck fake Sagan's girlfriend and then brag about it. Like, do something cool like that. Don't fucking make this like petty video like, oh, they're gay dicks. It's like, okay.
Whatever you say, dude.
Sure. They're not little kids. They're fucking grown-ups. They're fucking grown-ups.
And then you get so called as Nazis over and over again.
Oh, wow.
And they claim they're not Nazis. Oh, I'm not Nazis. I just want to call out Jews. You're a fucking Nazi.
Nazis.
I'm sorry. If you're obsessed with Jews, calling out the Jews are bad, the Jews are this or that, then I'm gonna call you a fucking Nazi. And if you don't like it, too bad.
I mean, like, there's a difference between anti-Semitism and Nazism. Like,
yeah, and there's a difference between that, Nazism, and being a right winger. I've not seen.
It's kind of like saying like, oh,
this guy is genuinely like anti-Semitic.
I mean, like even if he is, so the fuck what? I don't give a shit. But like, it's kind of like calling a racist white dude who hates black people like a Klansman. Like, well, you know, there's an element of that in that idea, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's part of that group. You know. Yeah.
But we live in a black and white tribalistic political, you know.
Right, you don't have to be a member of NAMBLA to be a pedophile, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like those guys, they've taken that equality of like a certain type of person and they've just made that their focus. Like, yeah, we diddle kids, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop being obsessed with fucking Jews, because you know who else was obsessed with Jews? Nazis. So yeah, I think there are times...
Okay, so they give a lot of shits about Jews, and who else also gives a lot of shit about Jews? Nazis. Therefore, they are Nazis. You know, there's a saying, correlation does not equal causation, you know? Like, just because you have one quality in both of these two different things doesn't mean that they're, like, the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah, it's just a part of the online culture these days. Like, you know, like, people look for correlation where there is none. It's just part of the tribalism. Which is what this entire video represents, basically, on both sides of these two people.
If you're gonna take on a bunch of Nazis or, like, anti-Semites or whatever, do that. Instead of name-calling, how about you provide some cogent points? I mean, you have access to this giant resource of all kinds of information called the internet. You could use it to your benefit to learn about these subject matters and then make up arguments that actually prove some kind of point. But instead, it's all just name-calling nowadays. And this video is a good example of that. Yeah, you guys are gay dicks, you guys are cucks, you guys are Nazis.
How is it that we've reached a more degenerate level than the age of when we literally had ponage videos? Even that was more about deconstructing the arguments and responding to the actual videos than whatever this is. This is basically like that, but worse.
Times that people are mistakenly called Nazis, like Trump supporters who want lower taxes. They're not Nazis. They got nothing against Jews. But if you literally hate the Jews, then yeah, I'm gonna call you a fucking Nazi. And if you got a problem with that, look at that. Look at that. What's that? Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
I think it might be a corn dog.
That's good. That's good. It's a pug, though. It's a pug.
I like the pug.
Yeah, I like the pug.
Well, no, I was talking about his finger. His finger looks...
Yeah,
no,
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
That was great. That was great.
Dude, can the rest of this...
Pug.
I hope the rest of this video is just like a pug. And that's it. That'd be
That's
nice.
the best part of this video so far. I like
That'd be good right about now, you know?
Is this going... I'm worried that this is going to be Count Dankula's dog that he's talking about.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he's raising his paw ever so slightly, yeah.
Oh, shit, it's Count Dankula's dog.
The word is clearly satire. This is real, unfortunately. By the way, have you met his mom?
Oh, no.
Well, thanks for calling in, Mom. Do you want to say anything about the Jews and what they do to humanity?
Well, the Jews go. We should remove the Jews from the planet.
That's tough.
What do you mean? Wait.
Sounds like the person calling in is like 12.
Yeah, it really does. This isn't his mom. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't his mother. This is just some fucking woman that was like, hey, will you be my mom? Like, you know.
Hey, whatever he's into.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, send him into outer space.
You want to fly the Jews to outer space?
What the?
Gotta love the music in the background.
Alright.
Like, they actually believe this. This is not hyperbole. Yeah. They want to achieve this. Ugh.
I've had enough of this. This is making me sick to my stomach. I'm tired of looking at this digibro looking motherfucker.
Yeah, let's skip ahead.
Yeah, fuck this.
Okay. Fuck this. So I guess this is the main topic of the video.
Hillary.
Yeah.
See if I can find this. Hopefully this will be quick.
What the fuck is this?
Keep it classy. Remember, keep it classy. Name the Jew.
What the rock?
I don't even know.
Why are you watching the rock? Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? Can we just stop this? Fucking stop this.
You picked the video, dude. Don't put this on me. Like, hey man, can we watch something else?
Yeah, no, anything but this.
I guess we'll move on.
I made a terrible mistake.
That you did. But hey, you know what?
Yeah.
So did I.
Trial and error. Oh my god.
Yes.
It's the best intro.
Is that fucking like a metal cover of Madonna?
Yeah, Madonna Frozen, I think.
Oh.
This is the Manatee's best intro. Well, you know what? You know what, SWEGTA? This is fucking badass. This is cool. No, this is cool. Like, this is cool. This is
maybe
awesome.
In like 2006, I could give you that, but I mean, yeah.
No, just Brett Keane in general is just a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's talented. Come on.
Please subscribe, comment, and rate.
So are we living in a video game? Are we actually part of a giant simulation? I don't
BillNye.gif.
think you can know. I think you can argue that whoever has written the simulation, whatever super entity has written the simulation, could make it so sophisticated that even your memories are a result of this, of being programmed by the simulator or simulation.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so Brett Keane's gonna get deep. Yeah, on Bill Nye, just to like get my thoughts out on that. I mean, like, I cannot get My Sex Thing or whatever that fucking song was called out of my head when I see Bill Nye. Like, that's permanently there.
Oh no, yeah, that's disgraced.
Well, what was it? My Sex Junk? I think that was it. I love the beginning of that song. This goes out to all my bipeds. It's like, okay, so they're not even human. They're just a bunch of fucking representations of, like, models of people. That's nice.
Yeah, that reminds me of that one Dad's Google History song. You know what I mean?
You know what? I have a bone to pick with you about that. Because you told me to play that on the previous show we did with a Wizard of Cause. And I did. And like 10 seconds in, I'm like, fuck this. And I you know, we close it down, we move on, and then like, as I'm laying in bed, Dad's Google History? I hear that in my fucking head over and over again.
Dad's Google History.
Took me like an hour to fall asleep, and I kept hearing that in my fucking brain. And so I fucking, before we did the show now, like, I looked up Demi Lardner, I think that's her name. And I'm like, you know what, I bet this person's a total cunt. And I was right. I went to her fucking Twitter, like, if you give her any critique at all, even if it's like constructive and just pleasant as can be, what she'll do is she'll like screen cap your followers and then just post that. Like, I have more than you. And then you'll get like bombarded with her fucking idiotic sycophant followers.
I love the Dad's Google History video. It's a good comedy. No, it's bad.
Yeah. God. Anyway, Brett Keane.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from
how classic is that?
Check out my web.
That's fucking
It is.
classic.
It's almost
That's
nostalgic
iconic.
in a way.
And they'd play one of these videos and he'd be like, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Brett Keane here." And it'd be like, "Yeah, it's the manatee. I'm home."
Website godtvradio.com. Today I'd like to ask you some questions, and this is primarily
I got a quick thing, real quick.
Okay.
His picture of his camera angle. He's got it squished.
Yeah, I know.
So that he doesn't.
Yeah, impressive.
He
Yeah.
looks less fat.
And that's just kind of.
Oh my God, you're right. You're so right.
But it kind of just it makes it look.
realize that.
It kind of just gives you the impression that he's melting though when he does that. So, I don't know.
I'm gonna ask you.
Imagine if like Boogie did that, like at the height of his weight. Like let me change
maybe
the
he
aspect
has.
ratio of my video to like half of what it should be. Maybe that'll
Maybe
make
that's
me
what
look
he's
good.
done.
Oh God.
There was no surgery. It was.
Oh my God! Yeah. Yeah,
That'd be
there was no
awesome.
surgery. That was just what he did instead.
Yeah, he bought like a 4K camera with the surgery money, and he's like, well, I guess I could record myself with this and then kind of squish the video frame together. Yeah.
Yep, it's the
And he
greatest
did.
scam. It's the greatest scam ever.
Internet, as well as questions of my own, I'd like to know.
And to explain his real life appearances, he hired an actor, like a stand-in.
Okay.
My first question for you is:
He hired Brett
Are you
Keane.
fine with dying?
Yeah, he hired Brett Keane.
So, question number 1, are you fine with dying as an atheist? This is the atheist challenge.
No.
I kind of am. I mean, like, I don't want to be alive forever. I want there to be some kind of end to my existence, but you know.
Yeah, I get people who feel that way.
Yeah.
And if you're okay with dying, how do you feel about your mother, your father, brothers and sisters, your best friend in the whole wide world, your girlfriend?
The whole white world? Okay.
Or your wife or your kids?
The whole.
How do you feel about them dying? Are you okay with that?
No.
Well, are you
because-
threatening me? Jesus
because-
Christ.
No, because like that would mean that, you know, they're no longer in my life. They're dead. They cannot, I can't communicate
Yeah.
with them. I can't be around them. They're gone.
It sucks, but you gotta get over it.
Yeah.
You know how we deal with the situation, guys? We just make up a big old lie.
Oh,
Oh, Grandma's dead. She's in heaven now, so I can feel better.
Nothing good's
Yeah.
ever come from telling the truth, right, Brett?
That's a good point.
Becoming bug food in the end. Are you fine with them decomposing in the ground and being non
Oh my God.
forever and ever?
I mean, it's a fact of life. You have to accept it, but acceptance doesn't equate to you promoting that idea as something good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I can't fly, but I'm not like, oh, well, that's better. You know, it would suck if I could fly because then I could, you know, travel around quickly with ease. Like, no,
He
it's
just
way
revels
different.
in the idea because he loves the idea
Yeah.
of like atheist suffering because his
I mean,
home life
it's
is so fucking shit.
It's like an implied straw man, honestly. It's like, oh, you have to accept this fact of life, therefore you are fine with it. It's like, no, I'm not fine with it. I'm just... Yeah, like my indignation at the loss of a relative, it's not gonna fucking bring them back. It's not gonna fucking change anything.
I totally agree with it.
My second question is, are you fine with the universe growing cold and dying and every accomplishment?
I mean, okay, I don't know anything about getting cold. I mean, I know it's ever expanding. I honestly don't know what I buy into as far as like the expansion goes. I think that at some point it's gonna collapse under its own fucking laws of physics, but I don't know if that's really the case. Even if it is, it's not gonna happen within my lifespan or any lifespan of any person on the planet. So,
If you gave me a big ass button that would stop it, I'd press that fucking button. But I can't. So
yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, therefore you like that fact. This is the atheist challenge. We've got fun and games.
accomplishment and achievement that mankind has ever succeeded in will be washed away as if it never even existed. Almost like the movie The Men in Black. You know how they hold that
oh no!
Okay, so the death of our species is equated to the fucking pen in Men in Black. Okay.
A Will Smith movie. Oh my god.
Who else but Brett fucking Keane would say that?
Vaughn Helton.
maybe Vaughn Helton. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Vaughn Helton.
Their eyes, and then they go.
Come on our show, by the way.
And everything they knew about themselves, including their identity, their experiences, their life, everything, will be
their
gone.
IQ.
Anything Martin Luther King did, anything Abraham Lincoln did, any of the great philosophers of mankind, they'll be wiped out.
Here's a tip from me to you, Brett. If you're gonna talk about people, make sure they're people who don't make you look like even a bigger piece of shit than you are. Like, because now you've just listed off a bunch of people who I have way more respect for than I could ever have for you, even like in your heyday in like 2008. So I mean, like, just do yourself a favor. Don't bring up people who outshine you.
Never even existed.
To me, like, Brett Keane and respect are antonyms at this point.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. When I think about Brett Keane, I'm just kind of like, is there any personality to this person at all? Like, is there any...
like, a joke? Not really.
Is there any, like, honest opinions, any ideas?
He doesn't have an honest knowledge in his body. It's the manatee.
Sorry, just a sec, my dog's going crazy.
The dog in the background's like, bullshit, bullshit.
Yeah, the dog is pissed at Brett Keane, and so am I. So
okay with that? My third question is, how do you feel about Neil deGrasse Tyson stating that...
I thought it was going to... DeGrasse? Did he say DeGrasse?
Yeah, it's DeGrasse, but he said DeGrasse.
My third question is, how do you feel about Neil deGrasse Tyson stating that it's very possible that we could actually live in a virtual matrix?
What does this have to do with atheism?
Oh, because every atheist who who puts a theory out there in Brett Keane's mind, like they can be used to judge all atheists, right?
Right.
Okay, so it's Brett Keane's MO. One of you guys said this, therefore all of you have to defend it.
How many times has he done that? Like, I can count.
He used to do that with Christianity too, and even like after being called out on it by other atheists, it's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't, like, maybe strawmanning people is kind of like a dishonest way to go about having this discussion, Brett.
The hive mind tells us what we have to do, so.
Yeah. We are the Borg.
That someone programmed this and put it all together, and that you are literally living within a script in a virtual program software, and that your choice is
a virtual program software script. Brett, are you like one of these fucking people who write scripts for like CSI or some shit where it's like, oh, I'm making a GUI in Visual Basic so I can track his IP address? Like, do you just throw out a bunch of random fucking pithy words from, like, programmer lingo just to, like, sound like you actually have some knowledge in this? Because that's the way you're striking me right now.
Dump the mainframe so we can catch him on the other side of the firewall.
Yeah, open up CMD, color A, IP config. We've got him.
Is our pseudo-free will, but still, in a way, you do have choices, even though the environment around you in nature is scripted. Now I'm going to ask you some questions that are all over the internet that people want to know from atheists. Are you absolutely sure that there is no God? And if not, then is it not possible that there is a God?
Hey Brett, I know for a fact...
being an agnostic.
Yeah, I know for a fact he used to identify as agnostic atheist.
Yeah.
So this question's like... Yeah, look at one of your old videos from like 2008 and you would have an answer to that question, Brett.
Right.
You know, I've only met one person in my entire life who identified as a Gnostic atheist. Nobody like that, like just someone I knew in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna, like, you know, put out like a name or something. But yeah.
No. I only said that because, like, it's just so rare. I've only met one person in my entire life out of a bunch of atheists that I've known.
So just so we touch base. Gnostic atheist, that's you do not believe, but you could?
No.
No. You like claim
That's
with full
agnostic.
certainty, like there is no God. I know this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
okay.
yeah. Agnostic. That's the more like, well, I don't really know position. Like Gnostic, that's you know, you do know. So you can apply that to like other categories, like Gnostic Christian or some shit.
Yeah.
I was hearing agnostic atheist, and I was all like, that doesn't make any sense in my head. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, people have different stances on it. Some people are like, oh, I'm agnostic. It's like, okay, well, what do you think? They're like, oh, well, I don't know. It's like, okay. Most people have some kind of stance on it, but yeah, I'd say, like, most people would, in all honesty, say, I don't know. Here's what I think, but I don't know.
Less people are taking a strong stance on the religion debate these days because the political climate makes it uncomfortable for a lot of people.
And also, like, a lot of them know it boils down to, like, well, I have faith. It's like, okay. I mean...
whatever.
And if it is possible that God exists, then can you think of one single reason that would keep you from wanting to look at the evidence? I mean, what do you got to lose besides everything if it turns out you're wrong?
So I should just fake admiration for a being who probably would know that I don't really believe in him in the first place. What a solid fucking plan, Brett. This God requires me to follow his tenets and actually, like, obey him as though he's real. But I'm just gonna fake all of that, and he's gonna be none the wiser, and I'll get into heaven.
Yep.
Okay, me versus God makes fucking sense.
Yep, makes sense to me. Another Brett Keane masterpiece, folks.
Agree that intelligently designed things call for an intelligent designer of them?
No!
If so,
I mean, I know for a fact you've dismantled this point many times in the past.
If I believed that, then I probably wouldn't be an atheist.
Yeah, look, if all the evidence you needed for God was like, well, can you explain the complexity of insert X?
Yeah, everything
like,
has
if
to
that
have
was
a creator, right?
Yeah, if that was it, I would just be like, oh, well, I guess you have a point, but no. Complexity... And by the way, like, this whole argument pisses me off, because it implies that complexity means that something supernatural has caused it to be there. Okay, well, if that's the case, what caused God? Because God seems way more complex than some patterns in nature, like snowflakes or some shit. Like, if you're gonna... Yeah, like, if complexity has spawned solely from something supernatural, then surely God has spawned from something else.
Exactly. Yeah. They never think about that. And when you bring it up to them, they always just say, well, God came before anything else. Well,
okay, well, why can that not apply to the universe?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Brett Keane.
Then would you agree that evidence for intelligent design in the universe would be evidence for designer of the universe?
Except for this.
Would you agree that nothing cannot produce something?
I love
if
that
so,
song.
then if the
We'll
universe
play
did
that
not-
as a pre-intro sometime.
Yeah, but he no longer has teeth, so it doesn't apply now.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna have to cover it and make some verses about how Brett doesn't have his teeth anymore.
Maybe just insert like gums in the middle of the song every time he says teeth.
Yeah.
not exist, but then came to
Go ahead.
When it comes down to number 2 with the intelligently designed evidence, like evidence that there's intelligent design, I mean, there's the opposite for that. Like, giraffes have a nerve that runs from their brain all the way down their neck, back up from their heart to their tongue. Right?
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that a giraffe, you can knock it out by punching it in the throat. Right? Like, that's not really an intelligent design.
No, dude, Jesus fought a bunch of giraffes, and he needed like a, it's kind of like when you fight the boss in a video game, and he's got a weak spot,
The flash in red zone.
That's how Moses.
Mash the X button, Jesus. Oh.
Hashtag Billy the Blender.
This be evidence of a cause beyond the universe? Would you also agree that just because we cannot see God with our eyes does not necessarily mean he doesn't exist?
Who the fuck has even said that that's the case? Like, I've yet to see it, therefore it doesn't exist.
Brett's
I've yet...
sixth straw man this video.
Yeah, it's like...
going up.
I mean, I've yet to see the Eiffel Tower, but I know it exists. You know.
Well, how can you prove it if you haven't seen it? Though?
Well, I could go there.
Could you?
Yeah.
How do you know? Maybe it's like the moon landing, and you've only. How do you know until you've been there, SWEGTA? How do you know China exists? It could just be a. It could just be a big desert. For all
you know what this reminds me of? I had this I don't know what the context for this was, but I had this like argument with this dude who tried to convert me to Islam.
Oh
like sometimes, some of my viewers, they know I'm an atheist, so they're just kind of like, repent now. No, so I'm talking to this fucking dude, and he asks me, well, how do you know that you're experiencing things? I mean, like, do you know that there's like, how can you know there's no soul? Because I believe that that's how you feel and know things and see things, because you have a soul. I'm like, well, do you know that exists? I mean, like, between the human brain and the soul, like, we know the brain exists. And he's like, well, do you? Do you? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, do you know your brain exists? And I was just like, are you saying that, like, my fucking brain has been unproven until, like... And that's what he said. So, like, I'm like, okay, well, we have technology that can scan my brain for activity, so I can detect, like, if I'm embarrassed, like, a certain part of my brain will have more activity than another. You know, you can kind of, like, narrow it down a bit. You don't know exactly how it functions, but you have, like, a rough idea. And he's like, oh, well, what if they were lying? So, like, no matter what no matter what I say, he just moves the goalpost. It's like, oh, first off, brains don't exist, but, okay, they do, but they don't actually serve any purpose. Okay, they do, but how do you know they actually do?
The thing I hate the most about when people try to make religious arguments like this is that they try and compare... You've heard people try and compare science to religion, even though there's empirical evidence to back up scientific claims, and religion is literally just some words in a book that some people believe.
Are you talking about people who claim that science itself is a religion?
Yeah, because science is faith-based in their opinion, right? You have to have faith in science.
Do they know how, like, a fucking theory is made? Like,
yeah, or a theory or a hypothesis or a law.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's based on the testable, verifiable, observable, so on. Things you can actually verify.
Yeah, but
I'm
they've
pretty
never...
lighthearted. Oh, go ahead.
They got a C in, like, fucking science class when they were a kid in middle school, so they never understood the basic fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they just grew up to be ignorant, and ignorance causes stupidity, which is what happens to cause a lot of religious people to turn over to the faith.
Yeah.
When, I'm a pretty lighthearted dude. I take things pretty easily. I can, have conversations with people I fundamentally agree on a lot of shit. But when it comes to someone specifically fucking around with the terminology, like it's only a theory, or it's just a
god,
that shit pushes my button, right?
Yeah, I hate that.
You know what? It's to the point where, like, you can go to just what is it? Notjustatheory.com, and it'll, like, explain, like, here's why you're fucking wrong. Like, it's at that point right now.
The problem is that the terminology is the word theory. So people,
The thing is, like, people, they don't take into account that in a scientific context you have a almost like completely different kind of like lingo. Like, when it comes to theory, that's not just like an idea or like a hunch.
That's not just an idea you pull out of your ass. Like, anyone can come up with like a regular old theory, but a scientific theory is like, I feel like I'm explaining this to toddlers when I say shit like this, but Brett Keane is as close as you can get for a middle-aged man to a toddler. So.
Right, exactly.
It just goes to show that, like, a lot of these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because they'll ask questions like, well, if we came from apes, then how come there are still monkeys? You know?
Oh my god! Yeah, that's a classic G-Man quote, I believe.
It is. Yeah. God damn.
It's because you're too infantile to understand our basic reasoning.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out a few more questions here.
Oh my god, you have more?
We're gonna go with
You have more? This goes on forever.
Haven't we suffered enough, Brett? Come on.
And down.
Go back to making games you love.
In the light of the Big
Please do.
Bang, evidence.
Did you guys actually ever sit through one of those streams?
I did.
No. No.
I did.
I like had to steel myself and be all like, all right, I'm gonna watch him play Skyrim. I'm gonna watch him play.
I commented in one of those streams, and Brett Keane told me to kill myself.
He did?
Yeah, he did. I'm just waiting for you. Yeah, he said, and I quote, "I'm just waiting for you atheists like you to kill yourselves."
Well, you know, love thy neighbor.
Yeah, love thy neighbor. Right?
Turning the other cheek, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of the universe, is it more reasonable to believe that no one created something out of nothing, or someone created something out of nothing? Would you agree that something presently exists? If something presently exists and something cannot come from nothing.
Okay, we're not just talking about like an office chair or like a mug of coffee or something. We're talking about the universe in its fucking entirety. Like, that's a bit more complex than, like, oh, all of a sudden there's, like, a rat on my table. It didn't, you know, nothing gave birth to it, nothing, like, created it, it just appeared. Like, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that, I mean, like, you know about the fucking Big Bang. You know this. So, like, why would you ask this question if you know the answer to it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's Brett Keane. What can you expect? Hey, did you get those, Alex Jones videos I sent you?
Oh, I did. You want to just fuck this and go on to that?
Yeah. Those are pretty. Those aren't that long, but they're really funny. So let's take a look at those.
I think we're gonna wrap it up with a couple Alex Jones videos.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good.
And by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, head over to twitch.tv/TheUnderhaven and follow us there if you want to catch the episodes live.
Yeah. Also, we didn't talk about it that much during the show, but we're accepting donations now. If you want to help us out, if you help us get to that goal, we'll do a bonus episode for the show. For this month. We'll do a bonus episode for this month, and we've already got some interesting guests lined up if you do that. So, any support you can throw our way is much appreciated. Thank you. But sweet. Without further ado, Alex Jones.
We're gonna silence you!
Holy shit, that's loud.
Oh my god.
We can't teach your ideas. We're gonna silence you because we're liberals. We're gonna ban everything. We're in control. Scared. We're getting the free speech. Alex is bad. We're gonna shut him down. We're Democrats.
He's melting down. Holy shit.
So he's handling it well, huh?
Yeah. This is an impression of a liberal.
Oh no, a Democrat! Oh no!
Oh, wow.
I love this. I hope he actually gets stuck in that pose. It'd be fucking hilarious if he showed up at TYT looking like this.
His whole life like that.
Yeah.
Democrats, we spew racist things at people and walk around like trolls. Hey, Alex Jones, screw you.
Wow.
Rock
how
on,
unfortunate
Alex.
that he was able to go back to normal.
Yeah.
So I'm working on something that involves Alex Jones.
Are you?
I've got a buddy who makes puppets, right? So I'm putting together an Alex Jones puppet so that I can do a couple of skits.
Oh
and
my
we're gonna
god.
call it Infoam Wars with Alex Foams.
Oh my
And then essentially I'm going to do all of his hate speech rants, but replacing everything with famous puppets, right?
I love
so we're gonna be looking for Miss Piggy's emails and shit.
That's actually clever. I like that.
I like it. Yeah. I look forward to seeing that. Oh, this is amazing. This is legendary. This
is Marco Rubio running into Alex Jones.
Yeah, little Marco.
That's why you didn't get elected.
Whoa. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate
Rock on.
That. You guys are gonna get that extra episode.
I was actually just gonna take down the goal because I'm like, it's obstructing the subtitles in this video. So thank you.
Go ahead.
Well timed.
No
big deal.
I appreciate it.
Sweet. Alex Jones.
Google, does Facebook, does
That's why you didn't get elected.
Do they need to be regulated do they need to be regulated?
Marco Rubio and the snake.
Oh my god, I love Alex Jones.
I know.
I really do.
What a character, huh? Like, say what you want about his politics and what he says and what he believes, but what a fucking entertainer.
Yeah.
Honestly.
God, imagine this being like broadcast on TV live. Alex Jones just like mocks your laugh. You're fucking done for.
I love how much mainstream media attention Alex Jones gets like these days too. Like this was put out on Facebook by Time. You know what I mean?
Like you said, he's a character. So
people know who he is. People know who InfoWars are, and Marco Rubio in this clip pretends not to know what InfoWars is.
Yeah.
Bad boy here.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Who are you, man?
Yeah,
Who's
sure.
This guy? I swear to God, I don't
you
know
better
who
hope
you
you
are,
get a new
man.
platform.
Oh, come on. Really?
Yeah.
You're not relevant enough to talk to Marco. God.
Yeah, little Marco.
Maybe if I walked up to him, he could say that. But if you're approached by Alex Jones, and you've used social media in the past few months, like you should know who this guy is.
Alex Jones is much bigger than Marco Rubio.
Oh yeah.
He could run for office and win, I think.
I don't think he would win, but he would get some attention out of it.
Well, I'm not saying like. I'm saying he could be like a mayor or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, it depends. Maybe like in a deep southern state, maybe.
Maybe in Knox County.
Oh.
InfoWars.
Bigger than Rush Limbaugh.
I mean, he is wearing a suit.
Playing this joke over here. That's why the deplatforming didn't work.
But here's the question. Here's a question.
Oh, he's pissed.
Yeah, he's so salty.
Asking not to touch
Well, sure, I was just attitude nice.
I know, but I don't want to be. I don't know.
You want me to get arrested?
I don't know who you are.
It's not just going to
You're
take
not
my
gonna
First
get arrested,
Amendment.
man. You're
It's
not
not just
gonna
enough
get
to take my
arrested. I'll
First
take care of
Amendment.
myself.
Oh, he'll beat me up.
I didn't say that.
I know I am, but he's so mad. You're not going to silence me. You're not going to silence America.
But there are people.
You are like, you are.
You're not gonna silence me.
Sounds America.
You're not gonna silence America.
Ah, man, I love that dramaticism. You just gotta respect that.
Gangster thug.
There are people in this country.
Rubio just threatened to physically take care of me.
They feel that they're being silenced. They feel like
he tells you China's the problem, which it is, but they're taking our free speech right now.
Social media platforms, Facebook.
There goes Rubio.
Twitter.
I mean, one thing is to say we're going to go after foreign interference designed to so and so.
But it's already going on here.
Another thing is to
the
say
Democrats
we're
are
going to
raping the
go after free
Republicans.
Oh my god. Alex, you fucking savage. I love you. Like he's a scumfuck for selling those vitamins without actually like informing people what they do.
Reasons.
Yeah, but he's an entertainer, honestly.
Yep. That's how I feel about him.
Yeah.
The Democrats are raping him.
Dude, he's like the G.G. Allen of politics.
What's the difference between
apt comparison,
misinformation from abroad and differences of opinion within the United States?
And that's happening
it's a very
here.
fine line, and that's something we need to be careful about. We don't overreach in that direction.
But then he doesn't know about
So these
InfoWars being banned.
companies
He doesn't know about the top news story in the country.
about how they, not just how they apply that within the United States,
InfoWars.com,
but they don't become
better than
agents
ever.
of authoritarian regimes abroad to crack down on free speech. Because
I wonder why Rubio got so mad at me and threatened me
there's
physically.
a balance
What a troll. What a real life troll.
Dude, could they just not walk to like a secluded spot and do the interview there instead?
I know. No, we gotta have Alex. This is the best part of the whole interview, honestly. I like how CNBC is there interviewing him, and even the reporter for them was like, yeah, we know what InfoWars is. You should know what InfoWars is. So yeah, even these big news companies, like, they're like, yeah, we know.
Even they call him out on it. They're like, you know what it is.
Yeah, come on.
Right.
You don't know what InfoWars is.
Well, they're all eating this up.
What people disagree on.
Poor Rubio.
I'm sorry, we gotta
Yeah, man, I gotta go to the committee. You guys can talk to this clown.
Oh, yeah. Look at this little frat boy. So cool. Go back to your bathhouse. Compromise.
Did he imply that Rubio's gay or what? Or what is that meant to? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, this guy's a fucking dork, and Alex is like, oh yeah, well, you're a fucking faggot, dude. And that's the end.
Rubio does give me off the impression of a closeted homosexual.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's bi-curious at least.
Yeah.
The bathhouses. There goes Rubio, little punk. Anyways, you gotta love people that come from authoritarian regimes, and then they don't even appreciate America.
After the interview's done, that's like when the guards are like, you gotta leave, Alex.
Yeah, you gotta leave. You had your fun.
What the hell's this?
This fucking that must have come up automatically as some Pawn Star shit.
Yeah. Fuck that.
We'll get a Kippy right clam or something. So it's not. But,
Fucketh thateth.
That was an episode. That was a good show. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you for being on Skeptic Talk.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, and thanks for the generous donation as well. I really
no problem.
Yeah, like we said,
I think that Twitch needs more talk shows, so I'm excited you guys are here.
Yeah, I'm glad to see other Twitch content creators on this side of the fence. So support you however I can, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, well, that's it. Thank you for watching episode 7 of Underhaven. Peace out, folks.
Take it easy. Until next time.
See ya.